Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Four Steps Coffee Talk. Today, my guest is Lan from Vietnam. Hello, Lan.
Hello, Anna.
Lan, who is very energetic and already started to answer to some questions. Okay, so the purpose of this show, the purpose of this Four Steps Coffee Talk is to create a series of weekly interviews with people that have successfully implemented the four steps, which is the technique of the diamond cutter system. A system that me and Lan, for example, have been studying in the Sedona College of International Management in Arizona, in the US. Which is the place where I have met Lan last year in May 2019, when we went there to study leadership, how to become an automated leader, an automatic leader, by using the four steps or by using the seed system or diamond cutter system, because these three concepts are synonyms. And you are going to hear us a lot talking about the same thing with different words. So four steps equals seed system or diamond cutter system. Let's start then, because Lan was so, so energetic. Lan, can you tell us, please, when did you come in contact and how did you come in contact with the diamond cutter system and how it has changed your life overall?
Okay, in 2015, at that time, the organizer, DCI organizer in Vietnam, they need the translator. So my friends recommend me to them. And before that, I didn't know that Geshe Michael would come to Vietnam. So when my friend recommend me to Adam Khoo organization, as a translator, so I heard the program, so I feel so interested. Before that, I read the book Diamond Cutter, and it's a bit confused to me, difficult for me to understand, to get the concept. But I feel something very deep inside there in the book. But I don't understand much about how to apply the book, the principle in the book, in the business or in life. So I said, leave it there. So when I know that they need a translator for the programs, I just apply for it, and I have a chance to translate for some features there, and also Geshe Michael on the stage. And after that, and actually in the workshop, I found my mission there also. Before, in 2014, I got an accident, and I lie down on the bed. I cannot wake up. I couldn't walk, and I suffer a lot during with the injury in my spine, and I can, because my leg, my right leg, doesn't have no feeling, has no feeling at all. And at that time, I had the vow, if I can recover from the incident, so I will do something to help the Vietnamese people, the Vietnamese youth, to become better, to have the right attitude and the good behavior, and make this world become better place. So I have that vow, to exchange for my situation. So after that, actually, after I take the vow, so I can recover. Before that, I tried different methods to help my situation, but it didn't work. But until I get the vow, I took the vow, and after that, I found the right doctors to help me recover. So after 6 months, I totally recover, and I consider how I can fulfill my commitment, my promise. So I don't know what to do until I translate for the program, and I know my path. I know this is my path. So 5 weeks later, after the workshop, I start sharing the knowledge for my friends, for my community. I started in the coffee shop. The first few weeks, I have only about 30 people came to my sharing session. But after that, the number increased and increased until, it's more than 120 people So no coffee shop can accommodate, many people like that. So I have to rent the office building, rent the meeting room, and rent the hotel to organize the workshop. And since then, I charge people money, and I charge only around I don't remember exactly, but about $13 per section, per class, per day. So I charge people, and I use that money to build bridge, to help the poor people. So all the profit come to the project building the bridges in Vietnam for the poor city in Vietnam. So I built I built 2 bridges, and I now still have some money to build another one. Yeah, and I was the first person to teach DCI in Vietnam. And after that, about 8 months later, Mr. Bin from Adamco decided, when he see me, progress very fast. So some of my workshop, I get 200 people come to my workshop. So Mr. Bin decided to teach DCI, and since I decided, I let go of my things. So I joined Adamco as a DCI teacher, and I started teaching for Adamco since June 2016. Yeah.
Oh my God, such a story, such a story. Congratulations.
Thank you. So and then how it changed my life. Of course, I feel very happy, because when I learned from Geisha Michael and other teacher in DCI, and I start sharing, I share with care, really care, and I observe the people behavior around me, because I'm also a coaching therapist. So I can observe people's behavior, and I try to link with in the karma way, in the karmic way. So I link with the cause to the cause of their problem, or I see people behavior or the way they talk. I contemplate how it create the result in the future. So I always contemplate, the cause and the result in my mind all the time. When I go out or at home or I deal with people, I always contemplate the cause and the result, the effect. So at that time, I understand more about the karma and how to apply it in the business or in our life. And I start, creating the workshop for my own workshop about, coaching business people how to apply DCI in the business in 2017. My first workshop was in July 2017. Okay. Yeah, and I after each workshop, I get the question from the student. So I changed my course note for the next one. So now I organize total 8 workshops.
8 different workshops. Right, yeah, right. Very cool.
But one after another, always, always have something improvement, always have improvement in, each of the workshop. Now I have a lot of experience when I answer or how I guide the business people, how to apply in the business, and it really works. Really, it really works.
Of course, I know.
I can help them to solve the problem within a few days only. That they can say they can see the result very quickly. Even about asking the customer to pay them, or about the customer complaint, or about the customer refuse the order, especially the corporate refuse the order. So how to deal with that problem, and they can see result within 1 or 2 days.
Great.
They can see the problem solved.
Lan, I have a very, very particular question for you, because you have so much experience with coaching businessmen and business owners. I know, and you know also, and a lot of our viewers, I'm sure they know, that the best way to convince somebody else is to show them how it's done. So before teaching other business owners how to improve their business, First, you need to show them how you are growing your business. So my question is, how are you applying the 4 steps? How are you applying the diamond cutter system in your business? Yeah, so practically, how do you do that?
Okay, because I have some nature inside since I was young that I always try to share knowledge with people. I always try to help people in some way. So since I was a student in high school, I help people already. I help my classmates about their study, try to mentor them. When I see people, you know, they learn their study is not strong enough and they are not good at some subject. So I bring them home and I organize the small group and I try to share the knowledge to teach people to mentor my classmates. So when I was a student, I did it already. And when I remember during the 3 years in high school, I helped one of my classmates. She came from a very poor family and she didn't have money at that time. So when we went out for meal, for dinner, or for lunch, or to the cinema, so I always pay for her. I don't let her pay, and I always try to help her. When she came to my house, I always ask her to eat with me, to have lunch or dinner with me. So I always plant the seeds since I was very young already, and I keep the out of 10 virtues. Actually, I keep about 8 or 9 very well when I was very young. I always keep quiet when I was young, not thinking much about, you know, people behavior, or no judgment, no lying, no unmeaningful speech. I keep quiet all the time. I contemplate all the time. So when I was young, I keep the virtues very well already. So that's why I don't have such the speech commit, the bad speech karma about that. And so I have it inside me. So when I learn DCI, it just, you know, help me understand the relationship between the cause and effect, or cause and result. So that's why I don't have much, you know, efforts in applying this in my life. So how I apply it in my business? So because my nature is always try to find way to help people. People call me the problem solver, because when they have problem, they come to me. Really, when I was young, it's like that already. And so when I apply it in business, I try to find a way to help people when they do business. I also plant the seed, so they make their business become something that, you know, meaningful to them. They don't need to separate planting seed and doing business. They must combine together. So they make their business become more meaningful. So they feel very happy. They feel their life meaningful. They feel fulfilled inside when they do business. So this is the way I try to help the business people to add in things in their product or service to increase people awareness about how to make this world become a better place. So in this way, I help to the business owner to redesign their product or service in order to make, you know, their business, when they do business, the business become more meaningful to people and appreciated by people. Because you can see that the people come to DCI, they want to become a better person, right? So when the business owner, they do something meaningful to the client, they try to help the client to become better person, better people, so the people will like them. Yeah, and they create the good energy when they do business, the love, they put the love inside the business. They try to train their staff, you know, to put love when they do things for the people. Always try to think about how to help the customer to solve the problem. So always good intention, good, the right question. So when we do that, we can see our problem actually it reduce really, and it makes the business become more meaningful. This is the way I do now.
And when you are helping business owners to increase the meaningfulness of their business, this means in how I understand it is that you are helping them to find their purpose. And when they find their purpose, they are drawn to that purpose. And if they have clear purpose, then they can help their employees to show them the direction. Our purpose is to make our customers happy or healthier, or I don't know, whatever the area of business is. Yeah. And when you think like, when you have a purpose, I assume it's much easier to do the fourth step, right?
Because the way I apply fourth step, I try to combine. I don't separate, okay, planting seed, money seed is different, or planting this one is different. I try to combine together. Yeah, because I'm lucky that I'm in the business line of helping people to solve the problem from inside. So I always, because when I heal people, their inner world, to strengthen their inner world, so when they become stronger, their self-esteem is higher. So they have the good relationship with people around them, and I try to heal the relationship between parents and children, between husband and wife, and that's why I plant the good seed for relationship already. Yeah, and I always try to give idea to business people how to create different layer of income, how to create more income to their business by using their current resources, current employee, current resources, but how to create more income on another layer of income, or create more income, about, what they have, based on what they have. So I give them idea about how to make money from their current business, make more money.
And how do you get these new ideas?
Because I said plant the seed, must start to plant the seed first, right? So when the seed open, we have more idea and we have more chance to plant the seed. So like that, people just come to my workshop. They just recommend people to come my workshop, to join my workshop. That's all. I don't sell, really. I don't sell. I don't ask my staff to sell to the customer. Let them come, let them come naturally. The customers just come. No need to force the customer, to persuade the customer. No, I don't do that.
So money doesn't come from selling, you are saying, right?
Yes, correct.
Can you tell our viewers, where does money come from? If it doesn't come from selling, where does the money come from?
People think that the money comes from the selling the product, right? But actually, we know that money comes from the money seed, comes from the generosity. Because I plan during the outbreak in all over the world, right? During this outbreak, people have to stop doing business, and a lot of people around me, they try to keep the money. They don't want to share. But I teach my students, I teach my clients to continue to plant the seed. So every day, my students still plant the seed to give money send money to some people. I also did the same. Every day I do that. Every day I give money. I send money to the government for them to have the resources. For me, when I send the money, before I click the send the money, so I will set intention. I hope that this money will help a lot of people, the people who are affected by the outbreak, the corona outbreak in the world. So I hope that our government will use this money to help the poor people, or help the country that suffer a lot from the outbreak. So I have set intention for the bigger things. I don't set intention, this is for me to plant the money seed. No, I don't do that. But I set intention, this one will help somebody, help more people, help the government to help more people, to allow the government to help more people. So this is the way I plant the seed with the right intention. Because when I plant the money seed, I don't think for myself. I think for the bigger thing like that. Yeah.
That's very cool. That's very cool. Yeah, and I am doing the same thing. So since we are in this situation, I am planting a lot on generosity and also on bringing people together, because I understand that if I want not to have financial trouble in the future, now when a lot of people need money, now is my moment to try to help businesses not to die, for example. Yeah, so I'm doing that much more in a conscious way. Yet I didn't, I still don't have this habit of stopping a bit before giving money and think about the bigger picture. But thank you for saying that.
Actually, I set the alarm in my phone that you can see that my alarm at 9 o'clock. Yeah, in the morning every day I will send money. So I set, the time for me. So I will plant the seed, at the same time every day for 49 days.
Oh my God.
For 7 weeks. I asked my children also trying to plant the seed for 7 weeks. Yeah.
Why 7 weeks? Why did you choose the 7 weeks?
Actually, number 7 is the spiritual number.
Ah, okay, okay.
I learned from another teacher, so must be 7. You must do at least 7 days continuously, continuously 7 days. You can see the result.
And it's really nice. It's really nice because, in my opinion, 7 is a beautiful number. Maybe because we have 7 days a week, or I don't know. I haven't studied. That's cool. It's and I also think, my personal opinion, and from what I hear you saying, is that we have some conventional methods that we already know, yeah? And when we learn about seeds, we can just put them together and have bigger success, right? So we don't need to choose between a method and another method. We just need to combine them and see how beautifully they will become, they will develop, right?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So now at the end, even if it seems a little bit obvious for me, at least, can you share with us what is your life vision, and how the diamond cutter system fits into your life vision?
Currently, because I still follow my mission, the commitment I when I took the vow, that I try to help more people to have the right attitude and the right behavior, so they can treat other people. And especially when I say that I took the vow, I say that in a spiritual way. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did it in a spiritual way. So now I will use the DCI because this is about planting seed. So it's about the spiritual way also, right? So I will use this one. I try to help people to solve the problem inside, and because for me, my business is about healing, healing people, healing the physical, the emotion, the mind, and spiritual level. So this is the 4 levels of a person. So I will do that together, help people with different layers. So, but my strength is about healing emotion, to release all the bad emotion, so people don't need to react to other people. So they become their person. They don't need to fight with others. They release all their negative emotion in them, so they can see the world more beautiful and they become happy person. So it's my main business. So because in 2015. Before that, I am a person who like who have the how can I say, I like to stay in my comfort zone before that. Yeah, but when I see Geisha Michael and I learn about DCI, I know that with this one I had the way to fulfill my promise, my commitment. So I at that time I start meditate on the teacher already. I meditate about, I think that if I want to have a big vision, so I have to choose uh, Bill Gates. For the vision, I choose Bill Gates as my teacher, and for the creativity, so I choose Steve Jobs to
Of
meditate.
course.
Yeah. So I choose two persons to meditate, and 3 months later, I start to set the big. I start to have the big vision in me that I want to change the karma of Vietnam, the country.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so you are working for your country. Okay.
Yeah. So I had that vision in my mind when I when I was in 2015 already. So I had that vision in me. I say that I want to make Vietnam become the second Bhutan in the world. You know, Bhutan is the
yes, I know.
country in the world, right? So I say that I share my vision with my students. I say that I want to make Vietnam become the second Bhutan in the world.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I have goosebumps. That's really beautiful. What I know about Bhutan, one of the things that I know about Bhutan is the fact that they are not. It's very difficult to be a tourist there. You have to pay taxes.
To pay a lot of money for one day to stay there, right?
Yes, that's so good.
You have to pay a lot of money.
Yeah, that's really nice not to get infected with the other worldviews. Yeah, that's really interesting. Yeah. So, and can you tell us, because it's important, in my opinion, it's very important to understand how many people you are working for, or you want to help. How many people are there in Vietnam? So
in
you're
Vietnam, 90 million, more than 90 million.
90 million. Okay. So you have a big mass of people that you want to help transform for the better and to become much happier. Okay. So you have a lot of work, Lan.
I have the resource inside. That means the ability, in me to do this one, and I have the market. I have people to do it. Yeah, to apply my principle to share with them. So for me, I'm in the right time to do it.
Yeah, it's true. And anyway, anytime it's the right time, because there are always people in need. Always. Yeah. Okay, then. Thank you very much, Lan. It has been very inspiring, really inspiring. I love your life vision that you want to help your country to become the second happiest country in the world. That's really beautiful and very inspiring. And can't wait to see you soon in Sedona, yeah, when this situation will cool off and we will be able once again to travel around the world.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much for giving me the chance for the interview and share my thinking.
Of course. People need to know the successful stories, and your experience is very valuable as an example to other people who want to change their lives for the better. Yeah. So thank you for accepting my invitation. Okay. Thank you very much, and see you soon. Bye.